repugnant on every single level. I said after the Grimsby game that I had lost faith. But I am a football fan and I am fickle at times when it comes to my own football club because I am emotional. I love my football club. Since then, we had some performances I quite liked. We had some results that were good for us. But this manager can't make us consistent. What was he doing today? Why did he think, first of all, Lenny Yoro's not put a foot wrong all season. Why is he suddenly on the bench, Ruben? Why is he currently sitting on the bench? A great opportunity to give Kobbie Mainoo a game, a great opportunity to give Kobbie Mainoo a start, a great opportunity for Kobbie Mainoo to demonstrate why he should be in the team, and you go for Ugarte. This game was never going to be a battle in the middle. You'll probably find Brentford, United probably has slightly more of the ball. Damsgaard's good in the middle, but that wasn't the issue today. Brentford were only going to score one way, and that was going to be by going long. So what do you need? Let's have some pace at the back. You got Lenny Yoro, you got Heaven on the bench. Those guys have got some genuine raw speed to keep up with the Brentford players. Doesn't do it. The midfield, what we needed wasn't a destroyer today in Ugarte. What we needed was some quality on the ball, someone that could break the lines. And lo and behold, the penalty we got comes from Lenny Yoro and Mainoo moving the ball around, gets played in. Stonewall penalty. Should have been a red card, by the way, and we will address that later in the show. Should have been a red card. Absolute ridiculous decision. But it was the only time we really broke a line. Now, then we got desperate towards the end, and we're obviously throwing a lot of players forward. But those two mistakes for me today from Ruben Amorim, disgraceful. Disgraceful. Now, I'm going to get called out for what I'm about to say because people think it's going to be a deflection. But also I'm prefacing this at the beginning. These players, for me, whether it's they don't fancy it, they don't believe in it, they don't want to work hard enough, combination of, variation of, there's something there. At home this season, I know we lost to Arsenal. When the crowd's up, when there's adrenaline, they seem to be okay. It's in terms of overall performance, missing chances, a brain fart from a keeper, but overall performances have been pretty good. Away from home, this team looks so scared, petrified. And I'm watching the match and it's slow and there's no... Where'd the intensity go? The opening 5 minutes against Chelsea, the majority of the game against Arsenal. It's hard to judge more of the Chelsea game because we purposely slowed it down after that and scored our goals and tried to counter 10v10 in the second half, leading. It's a hard one to move on from. Burnley, intensity. Fulham, large parts of the game, good intensity. Even the City game, opening 25 minutes, good intensity. Second half, we're losing, but we showed intensity. Why was there none today? What is it that Ruben cannot get into these players? What is it they're not buying into? I need help with that one. It could be as basic as they just don't rate the system, Terry. That could be it. But from my point of view and from my situation, some people are going to defend the manager wholeheartedly, 100%. That's wrong. Some are going to blame him 100% for all these problems. That is also wrong. My mind hasn't changed on that. There are still player issues. But this manager is not going to be able to get this team winning consistently. He's got the whole week on the training pitch, and we are not getting better. Do I think sacking him? I'm sorry to say these words, and it's going to offend some. Do I think that fixes us based on my definition of being fixed? Getting back to the top, being able to compete for titles? No. There's a longer process to that. But do I think another manager can get us winning more games, make us more consistent, get better out of this squad? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We are in relegation form for the past 30-odd games, and it isn't good enough from the manager. The only thing I won't criticise him for today is the substitution at the back. We needed to bring Lenny Yoro on. Should have started the game, though, so the mistake is still there. But for me, Ruben Amorim is finished at Manchester United. He's finished. I don't know where he goes from here. I felt today was a massive turning point. A massive, let me retract that, not turning point, sliding doors moment. Can you win 2 on the bounce? Can we play the last home game before the international break, looking for 3 wins on the road, pushing ourselves into a European position in the league? Can we build some confidence? No. We are back to square one again. Again. And Ruben Amorim is not doing a good enough job. Some of you love him, I understand it, but he is not doing a good enough job, period. Point blank. He isn't. Cannot be defended. And the players. Oh, these players. Bluffers. So many of them are bluffers. So many of them have no place at Manchester United. Starting Maguire for the first goal. This picture is very significant. This moment here is when the ball bounces. And you can actually see, yes, the ball's going towards Thiago, so it's not nearer to him, but the ball would have bounced along to him. Maguire stepping forward the way he did for that first goal. Utterly ridiculous on every single level. All he had to do was track the flight of the ball. He could have run with his facing his own goal, looking backwards. If he runs along with the player, if he's that close to the ball when it bounces after jumping forward and starting a run flat-footed, if he'd have started his run properly, tracked the ball, probably clears that. Horrendous. The next goal, same difference. This is the first picture. De Ligt gets caught the wrong side, but instead of I want to be able to demonstrate this to you, but instead of doing what everyone in football normally does, where you go, right, I'm out of position, but I'm going to go backwards and track it, he starts running around in circles. By the time he catches up with Thiago, he doesn't know where the ball is. Horrendous defending again. Bruno Fernandes. Now, a lot of people, I've called out Amorim. I made sure I did it first. Bruno Fernandes, another big penalty miss. Regardless of how we did or didn't play today, Manchester United had a chance to make it 2-2. This Brentford team has been vulnerable this year when they've conceded goals. I have a slight sympathy that he was made to wait 4 minutes. Also, they should have been down to 10 men. I'm not moving away from that. I don't understand how that's not denying a clear goal scoring. How it's not. Maybe because he hasn't touched the ball yet. Maybe they think he might miss it. As in miss the ball altogether, maybe. But Bruno, yes, made to wait 4 minutes. But it's twice now in the opening 6 games he's missed a decisive and huge penalty. And this might sound a bit like hyperbole, but I'd take him off penalties now and give another player a chance. Mbeumo's got an amazing conversion rate of penalties in open play. I know he missed one in the shootout, but in open play. Because those 2 goals, those 2 penalties now missed from Bruno in 6 games, that can change things. Goals change games. Horrendous overall today from Bruno. That miss, terrible. I've mentioned De Ligt, I've mentioned Maguire, awful. Ugarte shouldn't have been starting this game. Dreadful performance. I want to get on to some of the new guys as well today. I thought Mbeumo played okay, but just no end product. Overhitting crosses, through balls overpowered. And I actually thought Cunha had a stinker. Now, it won't stand out like other player stinkers because he'll do a Rabona, he'll do a great touch and turn and people get excited. I did. But where was the end product today? Shooting when he should be playing players in. We've got to keep the same energy, right? If Bruno shoots when he should lay someone in, we have a go at him, rightfully so. Got to keep the same energy. Because what I'm not going to do is just focus purely on a manager. These players today were also bluffers. No intensity, not working hard enough. And when they had the ball at their feet, when they had the ball under their control, shocking. Shocking. Every single one of them should hang their head in shame. Well done to Šeško for the goal. Congrats. I thought Bayern actually played okay today. So those 2 for me. And listen, Mainu and Lenny Yoro, I don't really give them any stick. They came on late when the game was almost lost. Xerxes as well. But the manager for me today, some will blame the system completely and just go, it's the system. Maybe it is. Maybe the players don't buy into it. Maybe the players, if they're not buying into it. Last week I'm being told, Terry, you can't say those players ain't working for him. We look so different away to we do at home. There's something about it. Some of that probably is confidence and the amount of games we haven't won. But I'm being honest with you. I don't see the manager turning this round. I hope that he does. I pray that he does. I always want to win. And I felt that we were going to come here today and I thought we were going to get it done. I thought, let's go there. Let's play with that intensity we showed early against Chelsea. What we showed in so many games this season just wasn't there. And I think it's over for him. I hope I'm wrong and he turns it round and we play better football. But can any of you actually see it? Do any of you actually believe it? Because I don't. I felt today was a sliding door moment. And if we continue on this path, and when I say this path, I'm talking about this manager with these players, we're finished this season. We are finished. Give me your thoughts, give me your views, give me your opinions in the comment section below. But honest with you, I feel broken, man. I feel broken again.